Next month, you'll see the Summer Olympics right here on 5 on your side. The most decorated Olympian from our town, of course, is Jackie Joyner-Kersee. 6 medals, including 3 golds. But her most courageous medal was actually a bronze, which she won nearly 3 decades ago. It's quite a story. With the help of photographer Randy Schwenkert, we will give it to you right now. The Olympics happened here at Washington U in 1904. It was history. 92 years later, these two helped to make history again.
I remember the days. Yeah.
Jackie Joyner-Kersee is arguably the greatest female athlete of all time. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Lehman has worked with over 1,000 Olympic athletes in his career. He's been to 9 Olympics. Together on this track, they prepared Jackie for the 1996 Games. However, in the first meeting with Jackie's coach/husband Bob Kersee, well, it didn't go well for the doctor.
I go to sit next to him. I sit there for 3 days. He doesn't say one word. I say, hey, I'm Rick Lehman. You know, typical Bobby, not one word. So after the last day, I said, hey, it's great talking to you, and I leave. And he called me the next day, and he said, hey, you know, I really appreciate everything. And same thing, we've been best friends, truly best friends ever since. I talk to him every day.
34-year-old JJK went to the Atlanta Olympics and started competing in the heptathlon event.
I come out those starting blocks, accelerate through the first 3, feeling good. Then I said, okay, let me accelerate a little more. Then I felt something grab.
You can see the grimace on her face. It was between the 6th and 7th hurdle.
She completely tore her hamstring, and you could feel the 2 ends of the hamstring.
The next event was the high jump.
We're at 5 feet 5 inches, and that's not really challenging. Shouldn't be challenging for me, but I crashed into the bar, and I knew that. I heard Bobby saying, hold up, hold up.
I just remember Bobby picking her up and going, we're going home.
Jackie's Olympic heptathlon career came to an end. Even the greatest tales have a final chapter. Heroes eventually must walk away. This time, they go hand in hand.
So at that time, he was more of a husband than a coach.
Yes, the husband came out, you know, the softer side of Bobby that I often see a lot, and the one who is very thoughtful and caring about me.
However, there was one last event that Jackie could still compete in, the long jump. But recovering from a hamstring injury?
Now we think it takes 6 to 9 months. So we used to think it took 3 months, and then all the studies now show that a complete hamstring tear probably takes 9 months.
They had 5 days, and during those 5 days, Dr. Rick and Jackie would leave no stone unturned.
Jay said, do what you got to do. I don't care what it was. I can't really tell you all the things we did, but we did it 22 hours a day. No one really slept. We were in the hotel room. We worked on it nonstop.
And when they were not rehabbing at the hotel room, they had to work outside the stadium because doctors weren't allowed on the field.
Right next to the concession stand. So the bathroom was to the left. We were in a meat cart in the hallway. The concession stand was to the right, and we were way kind of in the back of this hallway treating her.
There are not many examples of athletes who have retired on top. Ted Williams did hit a home run in his final at-bat, and Carl Lewis did win the gold in his final jump, but those stories are few and far between. Well, tomorrow, Jackie Joyner-Kersee will begin her quest in her final Olympics for the gold in the long jump. This is video of her last night on the track. Her right hamstring is not 100%. It has improved, but Jackie is not going to let an injury get in the way of a gold medal.
I don't care about this hamstring. I'm going to give it all I got. You know, I think the hamstring is going to stay intact, and I'm going to be able to put 2 good jumps out there and walk away from Atlanta being very happy.
And there she was in her 6th and final jump, and at the time, in 6th place. She soared 7 meters and won the bronze medal.
No one ever talks about this. This is not one of those Joe Theismann moments or something, but at the end of the day, this was probably, in 40 years of this, the most courageous thing I've ever seen.
2 friends, 1 dream, and 1 Olympic moment that will never be forgotten.
Right.